You want to go have a walk, you want to go for coffee, you want to go slash tires, like I'm there. Just tell me the plan so I know how to dress. Hello and welcome to my channel, Life by Shauna. Guys, it's almost Valentine's Day and I am here for it, obviously, with all of the hearts, everything. Anyways, I am coming today to talk about finding your tribe, or rather making your tribe. You know, life gets different as we get older, right? When we're younger, we're in school together, we go to elementary with other kids, we're in high school, we're around the same kids all the time. We might be in sports together. It's very natural to form relationships and friendships at that stage of our life. But sometimes as we get older, life changes, right? Like someone gets married. Okay, like their life might be different than ours now. Someone starts having kids. Okay, that puts them in a different life circumstance. But life changes. And sometimes we can find ourselves in a place that we don't have the close friends that we used to. So today I'm just gonna talk to you guys about what's been helpful for me, maybe some stories that make you laugh about what I value in friends, what I have gotten out of friendships and why I feel like they're important. You know, I heard a study one time and it was talking about the 3 things to live longer, to have a good life. I forgot the third one. It doesn't matter though. One of them was exercise. I think one of them was probably maybe having a positive mental attitude, like turn off the news sometimes, I don't know. But the third one was having close personal friendships and relationships. And I tell you, I know like that is something that I need in my life. Everyone's needs are different. And it's so funny. I talked to TJ, my husband. He could probably go to work all day, come home on the weekends and in the evening and only see me, and he'll probably be fine. He's like, that's all I need. I'm like, that's not all I need. I'm like, you're a lot. But I need some girlfriends. And I'll say this, if you're a female watching this, female friends help cultivate feminine energy. So if that's important to you, then you need to have them. Here's something to think about. I saw this thing come across my feed one day. Mel Robbins was interviewing someone on friendships and relationships. I didn't listen to it, but it had a statement on it that I found very intriguing. And it said, most people lose half of their friends every 7 years. And I thought to my own life, because I'm like, is that with me? It kind of is, because things happen. You know, I have a friend that I had for like 2 decades. She moves to Florida. Oh, and then I have another friend who I had for almost 2 decades. She moves to Florida too. I have another friend. She just kept having babies. She's got 11 now. Her life is too busy, you know? If I'm like, girl, I need a coffee time, can she come? She also lives an hour away. You know, at one point in our life, a long time ago, when I was early on homeschooling, we decided to join a homeschool co-op. Well, the kid's dad decided, as I've told you in some other videos, that I might be going into more detail with this year. My husband said he wanted to practice polygamy. Hello, that doesn't go over well in homeschool circles. I'm like, I don't want it. My kids don't want to talk about it. Like, we are okay. They're like, you're out of here if your husband's going off the deep end. I'm like, thanks. Anyways, things have changed. And I needed to find a new friend group. I needed to be intentional, because here's the thing. I like having girlfriends that are in similar stages of life, because there is all sorts of stuff that goes down. And if you have teenagers, you know it. But you know what? Even if you have small kids, there's crazy stuff that goes down with small kids, right? As they get older, the circumstances can get bigger and more crazy. Maybe they have more long-term consequences, right? And so as a mom, as a parent, like, I want to be able to share those stories and see some reaction. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to go to some friends and be like, oh my gosh, you know what my 17-year-old decided to tell me the other day? True story. She comes to me, she's like, Mom, she goes, I'm so excited. You know, Mom and TJ, so excited. Me and my 3 other 18-year-old girlfriends are going to go on vacation, an all-inclusive resort to Mexico. Isn't that going to be so fun? I'm like, no, you're not. No, you're not. You're not going. You know, I've already had several teenagers leave the house. Like, I've gone through this a few times. Okay, it's not my first rodeo. You know, I'm not taking it too seriously. My husband, on the other hand, he married into several teenagers in the house, okay? And he was very upset. He was like, what in the world? I'm like, it's not gonna happen. I told her, I'm like, what are you talking about? No. She's like, don't worry, I'm gonna be 18. And I'm like, I don't care if you're 30, you're not gonna go. She goes, well, I am gonna be an adult, so sorry, you can't tell me what to do. I'm like, you're so precious. Well, I want to have some girlfriends, you know, that I can go and say, I maybe not want to have that conversation with her grandparents. They'll be like, what? You know, think ill of her if they're hearing this right now. Yes, this did happen this spring. Yay for us. Her siblings, like, they knew it. Thankfully, they have good heads on their shoulders. They're like, you're crazy, don't. But I want to have some girlfriends that I could be like, guys, we need to get together for coffee. I need to tell you the crazy stuff that's going on in my life. And I say it, and then, because like, when I go through stuff, I try not to hold it in. I try to kind of let things roll off. Like, I don't want to hold on to stuff. I don't want to become one of those angry, bitter people, because life can do that to you if you let it. Instead, I want to live a life that's like, oh my gosh, I'm living a comedy movie right here. I'm living my own rom-com. You know, it changes. Sometimes it's rom-com. Sometimes it's drama. Going through a divorce, like that is a drama, you know? But I want to be able to go to my friends and be like, guys, my 17-year-old is like, she's going to Mexico. And they're like, what the hell, Bella? It brings a level of satisfaction, because I don't want to get all upset, but it is fun seeing my friends take on my stuff. I don't know if that sounds healthy or not, but we have a great time. We have a lot of laughs. Or how about this? How about when I was going through my divorce and I'm like, we're going to have to get a divorce. Like, you want other wives? I don't. You know, I don't think this is going to work out. We've tried it for 8 years. Okay. You've had enough. Okay. He's like, okay, we can have a divorce. You can pack your bags. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, well, because I'm the man of the home, like, everything's mine. So like, I get the kids full time. Of course, I'm keeping the house, it's mine. I'm keeping everything except you can have your clothes. I'm like, what? That was a fun stage of life. So I go to my girlfriends and, you know, they could be like, what the hell? Whoa. They can take on my stuff. You know, I have this one girlfriend named Jennifer. She's great. And we make jokes about it. Like, and I say this in the best way possible. She's our petty friend in the best way possible. She is that friend that, like, you want to have a Bible story, you want to go have a walk, you want to go for coffee, you want to go slash tires. Like, I'm there. Just tell me the plan so I know how to dress. That's her. And it's so funny. One time, like, you know, me, my friend Rachel, like, we're talking about these different situations, and she goes, I have an inordinate amount of anger towards 2 men on this earth that I have no connection with, no relationship with, meaning our exes. And we're like, and this is why you're a friend. Now it's all in fun. Like, is she actually harboring this? Probably not. but we have some great laughs. And I feel like I would much rather go through life laughing at my situation than crying, because it's going to be one or two things. It's going to be laughing or crying. There is going to be some emotion let out. And when you have some girlfriends that are good, that are not going to be like telling you to harbor stuff. They're not going to be like, they're healthy girls, you know? Like, they're the ones you're going to have some fun. You can laugh at life's hardships. You can be like, "Oh yeah, well, guess what mine did?" Guess what my teenager decided they were going to tell me what they were going to do. It can relieve stress. You can have some fun together. It's so much better going through life with some friends. And sometimes you have to be intentional about finding your tribe. It doesn't always come easy. As I said before, I have gone through seasons of losing different friends. And I'm like, what do I do? And so this is what I do. I find someone. I look at my circles. I'm like, who do I like? I'm like, I really like this girl. I'm going to make her my friend. You know, my friend Rachel, who's very close to me now, I had already gone through a lot of hard times with my divorce. And you know, there's not many homeschool moms going through a divorce. Okay, can I just say that? No one understands how hard it is. I went through a divorce. I was homeschooling and I was hustling to build a business just to provide for me and 4 kids because I wasn't getting any money. Okay, it was a hard time, hardest time in my life. But also had some fun. My friend Rachel, we didn't know each other. We were in the same co-op, but you know, I was too busy just dealing with life, keeping my head above water. And I had gotten to where things, okay, I'm in a rhythm now. I've built a business. Like, I can live life. And then she starts going through the same thing. And I remember specifically telling my kids, she's going to need a friend. I'm going to make her my friend. And so we didn't have kids on the same night. And I'm like, hey, Thursday nights, come over. My house is always going to be open for you Thursday nights. I'll make us dinner. We watched Little Women and cried together. We told each other our stories, crazy stories, but we built a friendship, and it was because I initiated it. And that's what you got to do sometimes. It doesn't have to be hard. You know, it's just inviting someone over. It's just saying, hey, let's walk and talk. Hey, let's, you know, maybe it's you're into something and you join a club that's into it. Maybe it's like a hobby, kayaking, or a book club or something. You find something you like, you find someone you like, and you just bring them into your circles. And I'll say this, not everyone is going to heed the invitation. I have had people that I have put myself out there a lot for. I'm like, oh, I like this person. We might be in the same seasons of life. We might have this in common. And who knows? Maybe they didn't like me as much. That's okay. Maybe they're in a place in their life that they're not looking for extra people in their life. And that's okay too. I don't take it personally. But here's the thing. You want to have the relationships. It's fun. It makes life more fun. It's good for you emotionally and mentally and everything. Anything that's good in life takes some effort, takes some practice, takes maybe some getting outside of yourself. And so I'd encourage you, if you're in a place in life that maybe you do feel a little lonely, maybe you do feel like I don't have my tribe, make it yourself. Find someone you like. Find someone that you have something in common with. Maybe your kids are the same age. Maybe they both like doing this. But put yourself out there a little. Invite them into your world. Invite them into your circles. And it may be the very best thing you've ever done for yourself. So leave me a comment. Tell me what you thought of this video. Tell me if you have your tribe or if you're looking for your tribe. And if you're looking, then just make a small step. Invite someone over. It'll be worth it and you'll be glad you did. Have a great day. Why do I have trouble ending stuff like this? That was such a cheesy ending. How do I end this? No. Ugh.